Yes, hello Al, this is Ray, and in this video I want to go over the final changes for JustTankless.com. I was able to accommodate all of your requests except for a couple, one of which is this. I simply cannot make the metallic buttons that you have on your old website for the new website. One of the reasons is that I have to keep the menu structure the way it is on the new website for it to be mobile and tablet friendly. To be quite honest with you, your other website was very poorly designed. It did not operate well on mobile and tablet devices, and you cannot have it both ways. You cannot have those buttons on from the old website or metallic buttons and also have a responsive menu where it has all of the pages of your website and is responsive to be mobile and tablet friendly. So please understand that I'm not a magician. I cannot do every single thing that you asked for, but let's go through all of these. You wanted the color scheme to match your logo and business card. As you can see, I've done that. The background here is the same as your logo. I've also changed the colors in the middle portion of the website to match your logo as well. So I've done that for you. I've also changed the color on the menu buttons as well. You have green and yellow instead of blue and red, like on the previous website. So I did that for you. Again, number two, I simply cannot do that. I cannot recreate those metallic buttons. You're more than welcome to have another web developer once I move the website and give it over to you. If you want to have someone else attempt to do it, you're more than welcome. Manufacturer logos to be moved below the buttons. I've done that as well. So if you come here, you'll see that the buttons are moved from the bottom of the website where I had them right to the top. And that's on every single page. So no matter what page you're on, you have the buttons to the different manufacturers. Now you mentioned here to have them link to the corresponding manufacturer pages. Well, they did that. They did that on the previous website as well. When you click on one of these buttons, it goes to that particular manufacturer's page. Now, even on your old website, some of the manufacturer pages had no content. It's up to you to provide the content for your website. I really deliver a lot of value for my website development, but I can't be expected to come up with content as well, not for the very low rates that I charge. But remember, when we spoke, I had mentioned that it's very easy for you to edit the content anytime you want. It's super easy. It's much easier than on your old website. So you'll have to provide the content. And as you can see, all of the buttons are moved to the top of your website on every single page. And then we have text of pages to be as the old website. I really don't understand what you mean by that because I did take all of the text from your old website. All I did was arrange it in a nicer fashion, in a way that flows much better than your old website. Again, to be quite honest with you, your old website, the content was just thrown together and randomly put on pages. It didn't seem like there was any thought put into it. What I did was I took every single word that you had on your old website and I put it on the new website. The only thing I changed is moving it around a little bit around some of the images. And but if you take the time and go through this website, you'll see all of the content on your old website has already been moved over to the new one. Animated pictures to be simply scrolling. I imagine you mean these pictures here. They are scrolling and I've slowed down the scrolling. So now there's several seconds between each picture. Again, this is something that you can change yourself anytime, and for the sake of speeding things up, I would imagine it would be easier for you to log into the back panel and you can not only change the slides, as I say here, example slide easy to replace, you can also change the text, you can change the speed of all of the slides and how often they rotate. I also added this from your old website. I noticed this picture was not on the new website. I didn't want you to say that I missed something, so I went ahead and I put this picture here as well. So I've changed the speed of these pictures, made them much slower. But again, if you don't like it, you can change it yourself once the website is moved. Again, the purpose of having a new website is also being able to edit it yourself anytime you want. incorporate the Yelp customer testimonials. If you come here to customer remarks, you'll see that I've done that as well. I took all of your Yelp testimonials and I put them here. And if you notice, these testimonials, every few seconds, they will rotate to a new testimonial. And also you can go through here and click and scroll through all of the testimonials. My job as a web developer is to make sure everything is done nicely, and instead of putting all 30 of your testimonials here on one page, which would cause the individual to have to scroll down continuously to read all of the testimonials, I have them here in a slideshow, and you can just simply go through each one. I took all of the filtered testimonials from your Yelp page, and I also have a link here to your Yelp page as well. Also, option to turn on and off pricing for individual manufacturer units. That was already done on the old website. I guess you did not go through it very carefully, but that was already done, and let me show you. Your tankless water heaters, if you look at them, there are no prices on them. Okay? People have to inquire about pricing for your tankless water heaters. You can always put prices on them if you want. That's up to you. All you have to do is log into your back panel and pull up the products you want pricing and put the price on them. But right now, all of them have make an inquiry for this product. You can refer to the previous video link that I presented you, and you'll see that's I also have the option of having prices on some of the products. So that was already done. Carry all of the informational pages over. Okay, well, I really don't understand what you mean by that, because again, all of the content was already moved over. If you come here to Why Tankless, you'll see all of these pages, indoor versus outdoor, which is the best tankless water heater. All of these pages were on your old website, and I moved them over. Now, Al, keep in mind that if there's anything that's missing, it would be much faster and easier for you to add the content to the new website yourself. I sometimes do miss some things here and there because a lot of times I'm giving websites that are very poorly designed makeovers, and sometimes content isn't linked up to where it's easy for me to see it on an old website. So you have two options. If I'm missing something, you have to email me the exact content you want on the new website, or simply add it yourself once the website is moved. But you can see that I have all of the old content, indoor versus outdoor, which tankless water heater is best. I have all of that here, and I have them here under Why Just Tankless. Okay, so all of these pages were taken from your old website. There is a pop-up window on the first page with tankless graphics. Okay, I imagine you mean that pop-up that was on your website. If you come to your website, if we go to your current website here, you'll see again, if we click on Why Just Tankless, we have a pop-up here. And as a note, the pop-up is cut off. The entire one isn't showing on your current website. Regardless, if you go to the home page of your new website, I also have a pop-up on this page as well. And the way I've set it up is for the pop-up to appear just a few seconds after somebody is on the home page of the website. So you can see here that it just now popped up. We have Why Just Tankless, and it's the exact same content that you have on your current website. So you can see that I've done that as well. Now, again, this is your old website, and you'll notice that these buttons here, I also want to show you quickly that I put those buttons here as well. That was one thing that was missing. I apologize about that, but I've gone ahead and moved it over. But please, if you compare all of the content on the old site and on the new site, you'll see that all of the content is there. I've merely arranged it to fit around the new layout and framework. But as I mentioned, if you do not like the content, if you want to add content, there is a visual editor that I've set up on the website. You can simply pull up any page that you want to edit all of the wording, all of the text, all of the images. But if you simply compare the websites, you'll see that not only is the new website a huge improvement, but I've also added all of your content. The only thing that I was not able to accommodate was number 2. I cannot get these metallic buttons. Um, I cannot recreate these metallic buttons for the top portion of the website and keep the what you said you wanted in the beginning, which is a mobile and tablet friendly website. These buttons, these are graphical menu buttons, and these are dynamically generated. So you cannot have graphic buttons in a header where you have a dynamic menu that adds new pages to each of these sections as you create them. This menu is actually set up to where when you create a new page to your website, you can simply add a new menu item. The way you have it now, for every new page that you create, you have to actually create a new graphical menu button. It is a very old-fashioned and clumsy way of having your menu structure. So that was the one thing I could not do. I hope that's not a deal killer for you, but as a service provider yourself, I'm sure you understand sometimes you cannot hit everything that the customer wants, but overall, I've done a great job for you. I've given your website a complete makeover, and it is a far cry from your current site. So please get back to me. I hope you're happy with the new website. And again, if there's anything else that you'd like changed, you can either edit it yourself very easily, or just simply be very detailed in your feedback on what else needs changing, and I'll be glad to do it. Thank you.